Happy Memorial Day 2025, people. Brilliant teach, ready to preach. Teach Daddy, how are you? Good, good. And for those, whether if you're American or not, I hope you've taken this day to be around good food and good people because you deserve it. And we appreciate those who support the troops. And thank you for those not talking shit about our troops because there's a fair amount of them and they pissed me off a little bit early this weekend. But we're letting the good times roll. I unfortunately was doing a lot of work for some good people around the whole weekend, but I was still able to smile and do what's right. I mean, unfortunately, I caught a reaction to something, but mostly we're all good here. God, good teach. What's happening? What's going on? I was about to say, I get yes, yes. So also, I just want to call out something, right? To Logan Paul and the jackasses over at Prime. These both contain caffeine. One clearly states on the front sugar free in two places. And three, if you
Momentary pause. I'm really sad.
my bad. So I remember when I was filming a independent movie, I was an extra in a film. I actually grabbed the winter icy edition by mistake. I did not because you see how there's the light blue?
Mm-hmm.
To me, it was all blue can, so I just grabbed two because it was a 2 for $5 or whatever it was. But then I looked in the back, I'm like, this tastes different. What the hell? And then I'm like, I'm drinking sugar free. That's when I hit you up and I'm like, bro, I grabbed sugar free by accident. We went, did we forget this? It wasn't announced, nothing. It just came.
Well, not every flavor they
I'm
make
not,
also nowadays they do a sugar free, but I have been enjoying that they are including more sugar free.
in some cases, the sugar free has tasted better consistently. Now, I'm not sure which one I'll like better here, but I mean, for instance, the winter edition, I like the sugar free better. Just my personal preference. I feel like it comes out better. It's more consistent. You
Typically,
get
from
one
my
taste
experience,
every time.
the sugar free is where it is to say tastes smoother. It goes down smoother. Plus, I
It
also
does
typically
mellow
like
it.
no sugar.
I know you're a sugar-free guy, and I think I've converted to it being a sugar-free guy a long time ago. But if it's one of those partials, like you remember the Monster Reserve,
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it. But at the same time, I think I've adapted myself to a sugar-free kind of guy, sucralose, whatever. And there's actually been so much stuff coming around, like you know how science works, and you know how reports work, all that. But the thing that I find out with the sugar-free line when it comes to Red Bull is I feel like when you go winter edition is probably the best example. And that's simply because oh, we got comments saying they can't hear you, brother,
Oh, I
for
got
some
it.
reason.
It's good.
Oh, making sure. I just went to the screen. But if you go by winter edition where there's supposed to be like three flavors combined, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when we had to regular, one can it tasted good, and then the other can it tasted different. Sugar free, it's the same every time.
So,
Front to back, start to finish.
really thinking about it, this is a flavor that Red Bull has stayed away from, in my opinion. Red Bull has not done much with peach at all.
The peach nectarine, you don't think so?
I mean, they've done the one peach flavor, but in my opinion, I don't think they've done a lot for peach. It feels like it's a flavor, in my opinion, that
Okay,
they try
that's
to
fair
stay
enough.
from.
think maybe that's because I gotta think carefully here.
Now, not a lot of places
I
do
think it's
white peach, and
because
I
that
personally like white peach quite a bit.
so this is just a theory, but you think it's a chance that it's because they didn't want to compete with Monster in some regard?
Unsure on
Because
that.
you have the regular flavors, right? But then it's like Red Bull stayed with their one flavor and the sugar free for a long time. The Red Bull Cola for a hot second. That's 2010s, I think. Whatever the case may be. But then, they start doing flavors, right? Monster didn't do a cranberry. Monster didn't do a blueberry. They didn't do a tropical in the sense. They try not to, seems like they try not to do the same flavors as Monster too much. Just think about it. They never did a mango, right?
Correct.
So
Straight
Red
up
Bull never did
mango.
a mango. And they never bit a straight peach.
Never straight.
They never did a lime. They never did a kiwi lime, if I'm correct. I know they did a kiwi, but I don't think they did a kiwi lime.
Nope.
So are you starting to see a pattern?
Mm-hmm.
To duplicate anything. However, there is a brand from that we've tried before. We've tried them on the show. And if you remember, it was the Rockstar line, the Rockstar Focus. They had the white peach.
I do, and we weren't too
I think you
impressed with the
vaguely remember it.
focus. I do vaguely remember the focus line, and it was or the focus with Rockstar, and I wasn't too impressed.
It was good. It served its purpose. I think the white peach was the only one that I liked consistently. But I just feel like this was this some sort of idea, and it's just kind of like, are you trying to make Celsius look good with this move? Like, what are you doing? It's just so confusing to me. I just did not get that. And then it didn't do good, and then they wanted to try again. So that was the other thing I was just thinking about, and yeah, much to be desired there. If you wanted to keep the regular white peach, take the dyes out, I'm all for it. But, like the lemon lime just kind of fell a little bit flat. I think it was there was some other flavor in there I'm forgetting, but again, just didn't fit the mark. And there was like a second line, but I'm not sure what happened. And they said they were stopping the line after like two flavors. It was a mess. Rockstar's trying to forget about that. Although if I find a sugar-free pineapple sometime in the Pure Zero line, find that I'm grabbing it.
See, I still never ever want to go out of my way for a Rockstar, and I never have. The only Rockstar I've genuinely ever cared for, to the fullest extent, was the whipped strawberry.
Mm.
The whipped strawberry was goated, and it's still out, still available. You can get it to this day.
It's so weird because I mean, as far as the only Rockstar that I feel like I'm going out of my way to grab, and it's mainly because there's not much available by me. And if it is, it's either the original, the sugar-free, the regular fruit punch. If you're lucky, you find the Pure Zero sweet punch, and then the uh the silver white can, which me and you go back and forth on. Ironically, I had a white monster the other day, and I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if I'd prefer the silver ice can better. I just grabbed it for nostalgia, and now I'm kind of thinking to myself, if there was silver ice, would that be all right now? Who knows? Digress.
Now, if
But
you
which one you
didn't,
want to try first? You want to get the sugar out of the way?
yeah, start with the sugar one. Get the constant out of the way. And speaking of Red Bull, if you are watching the show right now, and if you have not watched last week's episode, go back and watch last week's episode as we had tried Red Bull, but from Thailand, where it originated from. It was a very different experience. Tasted slightly different. Ingredients are different. Go check out that video. Go check out the episode if you want to learn more about Thailand, Red Bull, where Red Bull kind of started, originated, and some more info about the lore and the history. It was honestly really cool, really neat
Oh,
to
thank you.
try.
Oh, thank God that was not opened. I fumbled over here. But yeah, it's the sweetest. Probably because there's no carbonation in there.
Ooh wee mama.
All right.
That smell is oh yes please.
Let's see what we got here.
Right like right on the nose, white peach.
It smells like a
Right on the nose, right on the
it smells
palate.
like a white peach that is ever had a peach that it's kind of crunchy, it's not so ripe yet. It's not as juicy.
My good sir, I think if you're eating a peach and it's crunchy, I don't think it's peach.
A little crunch to it.
Never had a peach have crunch to it. Honestly.
I have, and it's simple. Honestly, when you're on the borderline spectrum like me and you don't want it to ripen and you're just in the mood for it, it's got an ever so slight crunch. But yes, I smell a gonna say crunchy white peach, but it's definitely a white peach. That's almost ripe.
Yeah, like that's
That's the
white
kind of
peach to a
smell I
T.
got.
Well,
Yeah.
without further ado, salute.
There's mm.
It's interesting.
It doesn't it's kind of mellow. It doesn't pack a punch like you want it to. I feel like it kind of dies a little bit, but this is good.
So it's definitely peachy, but it doesn't feel like it's. This is gonna sound like a really weird explanation. Doesn't feel like Red Bull made a peach flavor. It feels like they had the Red Bull flavor and added peach. To me, it tastes a lot like more the
I
original
think
Red
what
Bull
we have
taste
here
with like a little bit of peach on top rather than just a peach Red Bull flavor. If you catch my drift.
I think I think if this makes any sense, I think we have a very light flavor and the Red Bull aftertaste overpowers it on the end. Now it's good to me, but will probably turn off a couple of people.
I mean, it does have a peachy taste to it, but because of the Red Bull taste mixing with the peach, it almost kind of gives it more of that nectarine flavor, honestly.
There's a reason why they discontinued the peach nectarine. So I mean, this is I mean, I kind of understand why you wouldn't want to have both. And plus you add to the sugar-free line. Yeah.
And we've not tried the
So
sugar-free one yet, but
I think I'm told
do you prefer this over the peach nectarine?
hmm I'm gonna say no because the other one isn't light and this is. Like you got peach nectarine, and when that came out, when the peach nectarine Red Bull came out, it was the best Red Bull they made at the time.
Next to blueberry.
Argue with that with the blueberry, of course. Oh, there we are. I was just checking. I'm like, did I lose you? Or did you lose me, or both?
All good.
But really, the Red Bull peach nectarine was one of the best when it came out. I still stand by it. I'm gonna take that one over this. I mean, because if this was the substitute for somebody, you're kind of a little displeased because this is supposed to take its place after it's done, allegedly. And if that's the case, I don't think you're going to be able to replace it like that.
I do personally
So,
prefer the peach nectarine over the white peach, but I do still think the white peach summer edition is worth a try. I do think it's still good. It is very peach Red Bull, like to me. Like the Red Bull taste is very much there. If you know what I'm talking about, the aftertaste.
so it's Red Bull and white peach, more or less.
As stupid as it sounds,
And I can, well, yeah, I mean, I totally agree. It's like Red Bull formula, add white peach. It's like when they have those like infused things. Yeah, it's like used white peach into it. As stupid and everything else as that may sound.
so by itself, subject A. What do you rate it?
Even though it sounds like a harsh review, I'm going to give it 4 stars.
I'll
If
give it
not 4 stars, it's like 3.9 something.
give it a 7.35.
Nice. Yeah, so me and you are kind of on the same realm.
And you finish it.
Oh, yeah.
And you recommend it to a friend.
Yes.
And that's
Despite my critiques, like I know I sound harsh and I know that I can be harsh on things, but you know,
I don't think it's been
this
harsh.
one's good. I mean, I know you think I was kind of harsh on the Arctic berry.
No, I didn't think you were harsh on the Arctic berry. I just expected. I shouldn't say expect. I believed you were to have thought higher of it because your love for blueberry and it being a blueberry dominant flavor.
I didn't taste blueberry at all. I tasted blue Gatorade, and there's no blueberry anything to it. I tasted carbonated sports drink. I mean, that might be my disappointment of the year vote right there. Because as far as I'm concerned, I mean, what the hell did you do, Rise? Did you take the Gatorade Fast Twitch and copy and paste it and not put dye in it? What the hell?
Fair, very fair. I'll give that to you.
I mean, because if you remember, right, there was 5 flavors. They had the cool blue. They had the cool blue was in the 5 flavors that they released, and to me, that bicarbonate removed the dye. Kind of the same thing, except you get a 12-ounce can instead of a 12-ounce bottle. Is what it is.
Now, if you like
Oh,
Red
you ready for the
Bull
next one?
and you don't like sugar, there's also the summer edition in sugar free.
Let's not screw this up this time. Let's see if the
S-
smell alters.
The smell is still there, it's just much lighter.
Faint.
It's much more faint. But that might not be a bad thing. My hopes and initial idea is that it has much less of that Red Bull taste now, and it has more of that peach taste because it's a sugar-free edition. My only hope. But I've been wrong before, and would not be surprised if I was wrong again.
I know I froze, but salute.
Salute. I like that more.
So, sucralose has a certain taste to it, but I feel like I'm just getting white peach seltzer.
I mean, my prediction honestly was correct. It is much less Red Bully.
For a moment.
Much less Red Bully. Uh, it has way more of that white peach taste. Compared to the sugar one, I would say it doesn't have as much white peach taste. Peach and white peach do taste different, as much as they do taste very similar. They are different. If you really sat down and tried both, you would notice the difference. And between these two, I would say the sugar version has more of a Red Bully taste and more of just a peach taste, while the sugar free has less of the Red Bull taste and less of the peach taste and more of a white peach. Like, this feels like it should be actually on point to what the flavor was meant to be. It is smoother, as weird as it is to say, for most of the sugar free variants. It doesn't feel like it has as much bite, but I also feel like a bit of that bite comes from the Red Bull formula and the Red Bull taste, to what the original summer edition has. Honestly, I would personally prefer the sugar free more. Not just because it's sugar free, and I prefer most of my, energy drinks and beverages to be sugar free, but flavor wise alone, when I hear white peach Red Bull, the flavor I get in the sugar free is more of what I would expect and or hope than what I got with the sugar one, the regular one. Now check your regular Walmarts, gas stations, superstores. I've been told it's been found in many places. Been found in a lot of Michigan places here, so I do believe it is readily available. Go try the Red Bull White Peach. 7.35 on the non-sugar, or with the sugar regular edition. I would personally give it 8 to the sugar-free. I could recommend these both. I could finish them both. I don't know if it's a Red Bull. If I ever had to go out of my way to go find a Red Bull that I like, just wanted to go find a drink for pleasure, drink for leisure, need to get the day started. I don't know if it's the flavor that I would reach for the most. Maybe because it's new. But if I had to reach for 1 to 2, it'd be for sure the sugar free. Then again, I never go out of my way to look for Red Bull, other than specifically for a review of the show. But overall, not bad. Red Bull did a lot better with the white peach than I was anticipating. Now, I don't think the peach nectarine should have went away for this per se. I much rather would have preferred the peach nectarine. I think peach nectarine is a better flavor, but the white peach isn't bad. The white peach isn't bad. Relatively surprised, in all honesty. Between the two, go get both. Honestly, go get both. Do your own flavor tests. Go get both. Go sit down. Go rewatch the episode from start to finish, and then maybe you'll better understand our reviews, why we felt the way that we did, or said the things that we said. Maybe we should start that as a new segment in the show of having people sit down and also give their reviews and their thoughts after we give our thoughts and reviews. Maybe that'd be some little cutesy thing we can start looking to do to get feedback from the audience, start posting onto the socials possibly. Otherwise, yeah. Sugar-free and non-sugar-free White Peach Red Bull Summer Edition 2025. I'm assuming because these are summer editions, they probably won't be around long, so go get your hands on them. And I also wouldn't be surprised if this flavor came back, because I could see this being a popular one. I could see them making it a returning flavor. Honestly, white peach is generally liked by many. Otherwise, additionally on the docket, we might still review it, we might not. We might save it for next week, but I know we were originally planning to also review the brand new Zombie Stomp by Glitch, the new cherry limeade. Then, because Relief has been sent samples of both, there's also the Bunnyberry Oasis, the BBO.
Thanks for holding down the ground, Teach. Something IRL happened, and oh, thank God they got a hold of me. Don't worry, everyone's in good health. Everyone's in good health. Although I nearly had a heart attack for a moment.
You're good. But I just now
Don't
you
make shit easy, man.
now you had to give your full thoughts on each flavor by themselves and whatnot. Because I gave a full explanation. We got to hear Relly's full thoughts on the sugar free, how it compares to the sugar one, what his rating of both is, how you feel about both. I personally like the sugar free one more. I think the sugar free one has less of that
So
bite to it.
So I'm just gonna go with this, and I'm gonna change my rank. I'm gonna do sugar, and I'm gonna go sugar free, including a ranking change. The sugar free. I'm sorry, the regular summer edition white peach Red Bull. Probably the worst 3.5 I've ranked. You get a very light white peach infused with regular Red Bull. Case closed. I'm gonna do a 3.7 on the sugar free. Now, when you expect a peach, you want it to be potent.
Mm-hmm.
You want it to be juicy. You want that taste to linger in your mouth. You want something that's going to be enjoyable. And when you don't nail something like peach, that I'm not going to say anything simple to make because it's not, but when you compare it to peaches and such, right now, did they try to make an accomplishment of making a better peach than Monster and Rockstar? Yes, they did. But if you're to go by who makes the best peach can, this is not it.
Oh,
I'm
for
not sure if
sure.
you give that to Redcon 1. I don't know if you give it to Ghost. I don't know if you want to give it to G Fuel, if you could actually find it. As far as taste wise, it's actually kind of sad that two of the big three kind of missed the mark on regular peach. Any peach, as a matter of fact. Because what I get here, I get caffeinated and sucralose white peach seltzer.
You
It
don't
tastes like something of a tastes like a Celsius with a lighter carbonation.
you don't think the sugar free is better?
The sugar free is better. This is a 3.7. But at the same time, I just think that every time we think peach, we think that we're going to fall in love with something. Maybe that's the bias of the ghost peaches, meaning, I mean, something that good could make the can of the year. Let's be real. Not sure if it's we went from a flavor of the year candidate and can wise to this, but good, not great. Good, not great.
Okay,
I
okay.
just got to be harsh and I got to be fair because we aren't talking about Rise here. We aren't talking about a smaller company. This is the biggest energy company in the world, and they have all the tools, all the resources to do it. And I just think that if somebody said, "Hey, I want a peach flavor. What do you want me to go with?" And I'm like, "Do you get an upset stomach from energy drinks?" No, why? Go with the Ghost Peaches. Simple. If somebody says if you're going to take the Ghost over the Red Bull or the Monster, go the Ghost every time if you go by just flavor profile. That's simple.
I respect it.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do, really.
I can't ever picture myself going out of
Yeah.
my way to wanting to find this Red Bull. I can't picture me going and trying to find a Red Bull and be like, you know what? I really want the white peach over any other flavor.
If you're craving that, the gas station doesn't have it, and you're going to leave and drive to another one, no, this isn't it. Not it.
As much as I hate
I
to
think
say
that's
it,
kind of fair in that regard, right?
if you are as much of a peach fan as I am, you are really wanting a peach energy drink in a can, go grab a Ghost. I hate to say it, but Ghost did a
No,
really good job on that
said
peach.
you said it. Did they did, and I really think that Ghost really just kind of gave it to all the big companies and just being like, "Hey, we make the best peach in the game now." Sorry.
Speaking of Ghost, I know you saw this, and it was the only reason why I saw it. Let's just say all those collabs that Ghost originally had, that was originally decided to go away completely, might not exactly be
It
fully
is
going away. Asterisks.
So from what I get, so what we gathered, people, is a continuation. Now, mind you, this is the founder of Ghost. There's
Publicly
going to
tweeting
be a
this himself.
temporary deal. Yep, he's very vocal. He says it with his chest out, and he says it on his account, not the Ghost account. And I think people wonder, oh, who's this guy? Whatever. But he said with his chest out, they're on a temporary thing. Or in sports terms, this is exactly what it is. This is a 1 year prove it deal. I don't know the numbers, but I think this is kind of a nice gesture because I kind of feel like biggest drastic move I could think of as far as business goes was G Fuel going not it was FaZe Clan quitting G Fuel and switching over to Ghost within 24 hours. If you remember that fiasco.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like we have to discount all of your shit, especially when one of you just released a flavor, have like 15,000 shakers with your logo on it. And now instead of selling it for 10 bucks a pop, we got to sell it for like 5 to get rid of everything so you and your fans don't troll, bitch and moan, the works, etc., etc. So I mean, I'm glad that there's actually like a 1 year prove it deal. And I feel like there's going to be a certain time, somewhere between 6 to 9 months, where I feel like there's going to be people talking. I'm not sure if this is Zoom call or flying people in or whatnot, but whatever's being negotiated at the table within 6 to 9 months from now, if they feel like this is going to look bleak and there's not going to be a deal to be fallen through, or, is it going to be accepted, or it's, you know what, let's just try and car losses, at least the logoed stuff, you can at least try to, come up with a new design. Like, hey guys, we got to start relabeling stuff and make sure this doesn't go out until this date. At least you can plan ahead. And for a business, you got to do that versus just, oh yeah, by the way, see ya. Oh, and by the way, it's like leaving a woman and then finding out you've been with this other woman for years and she's like starstruck. What a potential disaster in the making. Disgraceful. Now, granted, I thought that half of that crap was going to be reskinned. Like, I thought the Oreo, you can just say, just black and white cookie protein powder. There's ways around it.
He had essentially made a tweet out putting it like, hey, we made the original tweet. It's saying like we're done with the deal, but now we're not so much done, but it's gonna be slowly happening. Essentially, of like we're gonna slowly bring back X part of our deals that we've made together, but it's not gonna be 100% what it once was.
That just gives more people. And now again, right? I have no idea if they just looked at the numbers finally and said this is worth our time, or maybe they want more money. I mean, it kind of goes like this, and this goes with any industry. Money talks. Somebody says, I'm not happy, and somebody goes, how about if we give you more money? Are they going to say no? There's many times where they're going to say yes. Now, what that number is, I don't know. It's hard to say that cut and dry. But chances are, I think it was a negotiation thing.
Trying to see if I can actually find the original tweet.
Because if you're a snack company, not only that, but if you're a snack company, you got so much competition as it is. And you got all of these, smaller businesses that you got to compete with on a regular basis too. Like, for example, I don't remember the last time I bought Chips Ahoy. I can tell you when's the last time I bought a Chips Ahoy protein powder. Can't tell you when's the last time I had the Chips Ahoy, like the actual cookies itself, ironically.
Are we following him on the
Stuff
Twitter?
like that matters, man. I think we are. I think if you go to I think if you go into our profile, we could. Let me go see that for
Yes.
you.
Yeah, I found it.
Sweet. As
So
soon as I click their
posted on
profile.
April 29th, Dan Lorenko originally tweeted, although we fought hard to keep the brand together, Mandela has decided not to move forward with us in the next chapter of Ghost Lifestyle. We just want to make cool shit, but big corps have their own priorities. We know we held up our end of the deal. And then on May 19th, he posted an update that says, update, Ghost Lifestyle and Mandela's have agreed to soft land, air quote, the relationship over the next 12 months. Get the collabs, including my beloved Swedish Fish, while you can. Your beloved Swedish Fish, my brother in Christ.
Right. 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 Yeah. My beloved Swedish Fish.
So it looks like they're not all
Ah,
entirely going to be going away with Ghost, so we might see them coming out with some new flavors now, like the rumored Dr. Pepper ones. We will have to see, but it also looks like all of your fan favorite ones from the collab might not entirely be going away. So if any of them were your fan favorite, probably go
also,
stock
worst
up on
case
them.
scenario. Worst case scenario.
Yeah, they just go to like the generic names.
Exactly. Reskins, people. Reskins. Upgrades, people. Upgrades. If everyone knows the original movie, I salute you.
And funny enough, and I don't know about you, Mr. Relly, but I haven't yet. Ghost did just come out with the new iced tea flavor, and I have yet to find it. Iced tea lemonade, I should say. It's
Apparently,
an
to
iced
start
tea
off the
lemonade.
circle, I'm just gonna call it Ghost Arnold Palmer. Let's say I've been exactly. I mean, it's definitely not high on my radar, but to go because why not?
So yeah, go stock up while you
Although
can.
they are dropping it in, they're dropping it in powder, which is kind of cool. Hmm. They're even
Day
putting in their greens line, which is weird.
day 980 of asking
Iced tea
PepsiCo and
lemonade
Mountain Dew
greens.
to bring back Supernova.
Yeah,
Also,
so I actually found that today, and the fact that I saw that, I'm like, wait a minute, there's a Twitter account dedicated to have
oh,
PepsiCo
there's
and
a Twitter
Mountain Dew
account to
bring
bring
back
back everything.
Supernova. Okay, but that one was cool.
A question to our audience, and I think this is a fun little topic to also leave off on, but a funny one, but serious in a joking way. We all know the back and forth of the Bernstein Bears and the Bernstein Bears, right? I find this funny
Oof.
enough to be one of those scenarios because supposedly, according to Brelly, according to the C4 Energy sponsored ad, apparently a wrapped case of C4 of the Jolly Rancher flavors included peach. But Relly says, what peach? I could never find peach. Excuse me, where's the peach? Did Ghost ever create a Jolly Rancher peach? Did you drink it? Have you drank it? Shout us a picture out on Twitter. Take a picture of it.
No,
Add us.
this was the C4 Jolly Rancher collab, and
Yeah.
I saw in the gas stations the blue raspberry. I saw the, it was
Green
like
apple and watermelon.
it was the watermelon. Yeah, I saw the watermelon, had the green apple. The green apple one was phenomenal. It was the best one out of the three. But the fact that I just casually see in the feed that there's a 16 pack, and three of those cans are the, or I'm sorry, four of those cans are the, I'm sorry, Peach Jolly Rancher?
Sounds
I don't think
great.
I've had a Peach Jolly Rancher.
I haven't.
It does sound great. I don't think I have either. But then they like make the can of it, and I'm like, I'm sorry, even you gotta have this on your radar, my good man. Well, come on. So I gotta break my balls and buy a case in order to try this?
Yes.
Oh fuck's sake. Somebody ring that man on the telly and tell him I'd like a word with him.
I will say though, the one thing I did find recently, which I will grab so it can also review on my end that I'm sure you'll enjoy, is I did find the Bucked Up Energy Miami Vice. I'll have to give that a review for you.
Hey.
Good, shouted that one out.
And I'm just grateful that a buddy of mine who is a bucked up affiliate was able to. He just had like a 16. He just had a case. So it was a 12 pack. And he just kind of like left it there. And I saw we were just cleaning up after the event, and I just saw two of them left in the case. And I'm just kind of like, I saw this, and I'm like, oh, because the guy took off. Just kind of like, guys, I'm gonna take one. Anyone else want one? Because this is gonna be my drink tomorrow. Yeah, Jolly Rancher Peach. I do not want to buy a case of this.
I don't blame you.
Wait a minute, what the hell? Unexpected flavors that were discontinued by Jolly Rancher. I'm sorry. Why would there is a Sriracha Jolly Rancher?
Maybe, I don't know.
No, this is why I'm this apparently this is called thebite.org. There are many discontinued Jolly Rancher flavors, including pineapple, cinnamon fire, peach, mountain berry, watermelon cayenne pepper, blue raspberry sriracha, cherry habanero, and green apple ginger. No wonder why. That sounds terrible. Some of them. And spicy candy like that? Nah, I'll leave it to red hot. Get out of here. Shit. Like it or not, though, I think that C4's collabs, they do hit. I'm not sure. I don't know. Do you have a favorite one?
Hell no, I don't like to drink C4. I don't care for beta alanine in my energy drink. I want beta alanine in my pre workout, but I do not want it in my general energy drink. When I want general caffeine, I don't want beta alanine.
Oh, I understand, but there are some drinks that they do offer that don't have it in it.
Yeah, but otherwise, I've not really ever drank much C4 unless I was required to for the show.
So, you've drank C4 in a can before this program started, I assume, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was just not your thing?
Nope. Honestly, God, I don't care for the beta alanine in the energy drink cans. I want beta alanine when I'm going to work
I
out.
can understand that. I can understand that part. It certainly does help. Not gonna say it doesn't.
So, funny enough,
So, of course,
go ahead.
Adventure Peach, they may have posted about it March 29th, so it's not that old, thankfully. But still.
Expect me to help you just like that? Just like that? Fine.
Fine? You're doing what he says.
He's very persuasive.
Just trying to catch up on everything at the moment.
Rescue.
We're gonna get
Other
Leon?
topics that do need more research. Just clarify for the audience members. Sure, what else we have? Huh. Wow, that's an upsetting thing. Trying to go through the. As soon as I hit search, I got the note. I saw something and it was a Duck Dynasty guy passed.
Oh, yeah.
That sucks. He was the man. Rest in peace, Duck Commander OG. Let's see. Is 3D back on Twitter? Nope. I'm still wondering what's going on with. Still nothing from Glitch. I think that was a failed experiment.
With an eye?
The eye brand, yes.
To clarify, with the eye, with the
And
eye.
speaking of, yes, I said eye brand. Well, when you said which Glitch, I said the eye brand. But I also wanted to share something with you now. I know you're probably thinking, ah, crap, what are you going to ask me? Because it is the real Glitch related. And in fact, the only Glitch company now, thank Christ. I saw something inside the BOGO over the holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, if you didn't get to it, I believe
It's still going till midnight.
today's the last until midnight. Okay, so you got a couple more hours to get that going. But the thing that kind of concerned me, for better or for worse, I think a little bit of both. I'm trying to find the tweet because I'm seeing a bunch of BOGO posts. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing that. It might have been earlier during the week. Let's see. Azure Infusion post, yada, yada, yada. Ah, okay. So I have no idea how many people have been involved in Glitch Fam that voted on this. So 96 votes. 95% of them said yes to would you want to see a limited Pro Series line to make a comeback? Now, for you, now that it's 20% off a tub when you use your code instead of 10, I want to know what flavor it would be. Because if it's being talked about,
I honestly have no inside info on it, and even if, of course, technically if I did, I couldn't talk about it. But and honestly, I have no idea what is all that is
oh,
all about.
now listen. I know if I ask a general question, I know you're going to, of course, clear the air and say, "Listen, I don't know anything," because you're not exactly, supposed to be their spokesperson or PR guy, and I know that, you don't have your inside sources. You're not putting Ben on speed dial and being like, "Hey, Ben, question for podcast." Unless he's on the show sometime, that's a completely different story. But the Pro Series was definitely a double-edged sword.
It
Many
was.
reasons. If you want to go by caffeine content, if you want to go by how much the cost was, the fact that when the Pro line started, the fact that you were $12 a tub and having double the caffeine was already great as it is. Speaking of which, I apparently saw this brand that was supposed to be an energy drink, but was only 20 milligrams of caffeine a scoop. Yeah, one scoop was 20 milligrams of caffeine. So I'm like, is this an energy drink by the jar? And it had 100 scoops in it. And I'm like, so you have to drink chalk and get 20 drinks out of this? Like,
That's also really weird because that's technically like a third of a cup of coffee. So like you're not gonna even be able to get many coffee drinkers to switch.
the average cup of coffee, now obviously depending on what kind of roast, how you dilute it, everything else,
Yeah.
right? So your average cup of coffee is going to be X in this, whatever. But I mean, it's 80 milligrams versus 20. I mean, come on. Horrendous. But the reason why I was kind of thinking about this, and I'm not sure how many comments are spiring off of that, but if you were to pick some of the Proline flavors to make a comeback, what would they be? Now, some of them have lasted through multiple phases of glitch. There's what we call the V1, V2 would be the Glitch Pro, and then the gamer line, what they have now would what be considered the V3. So those that have made it, grenades, aim assist before it got discontinued,
Predator.
but along with the cherry flavors that Glitch has, I think you could honestly settle. You know what I mean? Like with aim assist and berry cherry, isn't that kind of a settlement in the sense?
Predator.
Right, but also keep in mind, Predator was in the game in line and it got discontinued.
We want it back.
So I would just say bring that back regularly in the gaming line. Screw the pro line. Put it straight in the gamer line. Bring back Predator as a whole. It was the best
If you
strawberry
were
kiwi on the market.
if you were going off of what flavor from the Pro line would I want like back 110% to what it once was, the only answer I would
Okay,
sincerely
so
give would probably be Dragon Sweat. Because like you're saying, it's either been redone already in the new line, in the gaming line. So,
or it disappeared in the abyss.
yeah, Dragon Sweat. Bring us back. Actually, no, I take that back. Don't bring back Dragon Sweat. Because if I know 110%. There's receipts of it. We did not care for Dragon Sweat on the Pro line. That was what originally got us to turn face.
So not only that, but that was just weird as a whole. Sorry about that.
All good.
I think it was better. So correct. So yes, correct. Back when we had last saying on, he spoke very highly of the V1 of Dragon Sweat. Pro Lion Dragon Sweat was not good.
Correct.
Point eight, I couldn't figure. It was the pink lemonade, but that's been redone, and currently I believe it's Foxy Lemonade.
Rebranded again. It's now Hollywood.
The pink lemonade, not the.
Hollywood.
I thought Hollywood Punch. I thought Hollywood Punch was the other.
Or no.
What am I thinking? It was an OG of the Game in Line 8. Oh, yeah, Foxy Lemonade wasn't Hollywood Punch, it was something else. Why'd you
No.
call it Lemonade Punch?
Foxy Lemonade was originally Vixen's Lemonade.
So that was brought back.
Okay, no, I was
So-
wrong. Hollywood Punch is
actually-
the tropical punch, but they did bring back the pink lemonade, but it's something
Yes,
else.
it was under a different it was a different name, yes. It was Foxy Lemonade for a while, so therefore it goes out.
Yeah, but I swear they
There
just
was
redid
actually
it
a
again.
time. So there's two things I could think of. One, definitely not for me. I remember someone saying Blade Point.
See, this would be a
That was
good
the
topic.
lychee flavored.
This
You
would have
know
been a
I'm
good
on that one.
topic to start the show with.
Yes, it could have, and we got a lot more glitch to talk to for that one. Oh, tell you what. I think what we'll do for our homework is not only are we got a couple of glitch flavors to review, but I think what we should do is we should probably get some be open to maybe having some glitch related questions just come and we just kind of bring all of our questions and critiques in and just kind of make it a fun glitch focused episode for next week.
If you want.
And then we'll table this pro line series question for next time because I feel like we got ideas They're like in our head. We just haven't fully processed them yet.
Well, then, if that's the case, then that would be a very good spot to end off episode 155.
All right, sounds good because let's see, I know I got two flavors to try for next week, and I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure we not just me, I think both of us could reach out for some things. Let's see. Not only that, but I also got the glitch fan, which you told me to save it, and sure enough, I'm staring right at it.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, it's been hard, Teach. It's been hard.
A good one. So, with that, ladies and gents,
With that, everybody, please tell your family members you love them. Please stay safe. Please drink your freaking water. Add caffeine or grab a shaker or a can of choice if needed. Stay happy. Stay well. We love you. Take it easy. And hopefully, we see you next Monday. Any questions, please feel free to comment. We'll get back to you. And take it easy. Have a good one, all.